Hey there, Misfits! It's time for another first look, and this time we're looking at The Witcher. This time we're looking at The Witcher by R. Talsorian Games, the guys that brought you Cyberpunk, which I loved. And this game, The Witcher, I had no idea about any of this setting. I never saw the books. I never played the video game. I never even saw the TV show until I got this puppy in the mail. Thank you guys, because you opened up a whole new world of a game to me. This is amazing. When I started reading this book, I totally wanted to watch and learn everything else about The Witcher and jump through the first season of The Witcher like that and love it. This game is thick with The Witcher mythology. Everything you ever wanted to know about The Witcher is in this game. It's wonderful and it's intriguing, and let me tell you more about this game. I mean, let's just start out by saying they've got this setting down cold. There's very few role-playing games that I see that jump right off and give you the feel of the setting immediately. Now, the Misfits all got together to play this game, and we had Anthony, who was the expert on it all, Amanda, who's seen a ton of stuff. I saw nothing until I saw the first season, and Tom knew nothing about this game. And all of us jumped right in and got into The Witcher because it's all right here in the book. Now, the game starts off with character generation setting the tone for the whole thing. It is thick with backstory, and wonderfully thick with backstory. Sure, you pick your race, but after that, you roll up your life path. Now, this is where The Witcher really shines. Over 10 pages of tables and rolling dice to generate your own origin story. Where you are from, your family, what happened to your families, siblings, life, death, history, all generated by dice rolls. Then you roll on your personal relationships, life events, fortune or misfortune, allies, romances, personal style. More background about a character than I know about some of my family, and that's all before you even pick your profession. Now, there are 9 classes to choose from. Bard, craftsman, criminal, doctor, mage, man-at-arms, merchant, priest, and of course, Witcher. Now, these are pretty standard class types, except for the Witcher, which is pretty unique from any other type that I've ever known. Any fan of Geralt can testify that he's not just a swordsman. Now, your stats are pretty standard too. After that, you pick your skills to help round out your character, and there are a lot of example characters you can use to guide you, of which I really should have, because I honestly gimped myself pretty hard. Now, when you're playing The Witcher, every skill test is basically on a D10. You roll it, you add your skill and stats, and beat the difficulty target, and boom, there you go. Opposing checks like combat consider their dodge and such to make the skill difficulty target. You can dodge and such in combat. Combat is really, really, really crunchy. What also sets The Witcher apart is its magic system. Fans of the source material will find that this RPG is very faithful to the mythos. There's also a nice crafting system, alchemy and such. Very, very well thought out. Like I said, combat in The Witcher is tough. It's crunchy. Expect it to be a different level than you're used to just going into a dungeon in D&D. It's complicated. It's more deadly. That complexity adds another level to the game that's quite fun, albeit crunchy sometimes in the middle of combat. Expect death to be on the table at any time, and it's permanent. It takes much more planning and execution to not die. We didn't get that deep into combat during our game, but wow. So that's a first look at The Witcher. We had a blast, and it is a fun but darker and more in-depth kind of fantasy game. Fans of The Witcher will love this game, and even noobs like me who had no idea what The Witcher was when I grabbed the book will fall in love with it and have a great time. Thanks for joining me for the first look at The Witcher. I'm Misfit Tom, and be sure to throw some coins at your Witcher by liking and subscribing. That's good. That's gonna hurt. Until next time, game on. Damn, these things are heavy.
I figured people would be able to see them.
Yeah, you could have put an eye out.